Welcome to Vidya's Prophecy Tarot. This is going to be a new moon in Pisces reading. So let's get started. Let's start with Pisces. What is the message here for Pisces, this new moon? These are general, okay? So just take the bits that apply, leave the rest. And if none of it resonates, check your other placements as well. Okay, new moon in Pisces. Message for Pisces. What's the message here for Pisces? New moon in Pisces. Got the dark moon, okay. And crystals and herbs. So it says, Pisces, in the dark of your heart lives new breath waiting for you to release its ghost. I feel like something needs to end here, okay, so you can have this new beginning. The new moon is all about new beginnings. There's a need to release things from the past, though. With crystals and herbs, it says, oh, what medicine, what sacredness to behold, a dash of healing straight from mother's home. And we've got the healing card beneath that as well. So I think, Pisces, you may be hoping to stay in a situation, whether it's work or a relationship, trying to fix something that perhaps you need to accept is over. Okay, that's sort of what I'm getting straight off those. Oh yeah, I just saw the Queen of Swords and the World. So it definitely could be. Okay, let's see. What's the message here for Pisces? What's the dark moon here for Pisces? Four of Swords. Oops, what is that? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay. Four of Swords, strength in the reverse, and death. Look, Pisces, I think you can't face the fact that something is ending here. Something is ending. You are sort of in some sort of denial about this. You don't want to accept it. With the Four of Swords, there's an energy of constantly trying to maybe resuscitate this, okay? And it's because you're in denial that this is over, but I think it is over. It says you just need to release the ghost, you know? So if it's a job, you stayed in something that has been a dead end, okay? And you're just not willing to let it go, or maybe it wasn't a dead end, but now it's run into a dead end, you know, something like that, where I think you already know that the situation is not tenable, it has to end, but you're not looking at it, okay? And with the Fool, there is an energy of a new path opening up for you, but it feels like you are very fixated on trying to fix this old thing, you know, whatever it is. Okay, so let's look at this Four of Swords. There's a Four of Swords there for Pisces. Six of Swords, Six of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you have maybe you've been there for a long time, right? You have some kind of deep emotional tie. And with the Page of Pentacles, you're willing to keep giving it another go. Like, instead of accepting that it's over, you keep trying, trying to fix it. Let's look at strength in reverse. The Emperor, yeah, you don't feel up to charting out this new path for yourself, taking this leap of faith and being in charge. You know, you're at this time, Pisces, for some reason you don't feel like you're up to this. Okay, let's look at death. Yeah, the King of Pentacles. I mean, for some of you, this is a job that's ending, okay, and you don't have the courage to move on, to chart a new course, so you keep trying to stay there, okay, trying to keep your head down, work, right? Something like that. And the thing is that there is a new path available to you, okay? You just need to have the courage to go for it. That's what I'm getting. It's time to release what isn't working, right? With the energy of the new moon. So that's what I got. And for some of you, I mean, of course, it could be a commitment, right? Or a relationship where, you know, the rug has been pulled away from you, like the financial stability is gone or something, and you now don't feel up to taking charge of your own life, okay? But you can, Pisces, you can. As I said, there are a lot of great things coming for you. We've got the Two of Cups beneath the Fool. We've got the Ten of Cups beneath that. Wow. So, I mean, that's the thing. I think once you end this, you're going to find happiness, okay? That's what I'm getting. Okay. So that's Pisces. Let's move on to Aries. Okay, Aries. What is a new moon in Pisces? Let's see. Energy of the new moon in Pisces for Aries. It's a new moon in Pisces bringing up for Aries. Healer, okay, with the third harvest. Aries, this is giving me an energy of trying to fix something, okay. Third harvest, it could be, it may even be a relationship, or it could be something that you keep trying to repair, okay. Or there's an opportunity here for a relationship, maybe much later on, okay, like the two of you could be slightly older, you could be more mature, and you've had other relationships, and now maybe like this is, you recognize that this is a good one to keep, okay. So let's see, what is this about? Aries, what's the message here for Aries? Queen of Pentacles jumped out. Let me take two more. Ten of Cups and the Four of Swords. Wow. And the Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's about this chance for something new here, Aries. This Queen of Coin, Ten of Cups. It's, you know, it's absolute happiness. It's wanting to heal it, or thinking about going towards this person, okay, who you see as a chance for love, okay, with, yeah, this third harvest. It's like you've had other harvests, but this is the one that is going to fill your emptiness, you know. This person with this healer energy, they could be very kind and compassionate with this Queen of Coins and the healer, you know. And yeah, I feel like you want to make it work with this person, okay. Let's look at the Queen of Coins. Sun, could be a Leo. Ten of Coins. And one more. Five of Cups. Yeah, for some of you, I mean, you miss this person, okay. Okay, so for some of you, okay, it's like two different messages. If this is someone new, then for many of you, you are already mourning the loss of a previous relationship, maybe a long-term relationship that ended, you know, with a spouse. And you feel like with this third harvest, this is another shot, right, at being happy. With the Three of Wands, that you could be happy with this person, they would provide security, you know, all of that. And if it's someone that you've left before and you're trying again with them, and with third harvest, it makes me feel like this could be the third attempt, okay, then there is regret at leaving this person behind. Let's look at the Four of Swords. Oh gosh, what is this? Hierophant reversed with the Knight of Cups reversed. With the Page of Cups. Yeah, I mean, you're thinking about this, okay. For some of you, you didn't move towards this person in the past and you regret that. And that's why with this healer energy, you're hoping to fix this, okay. You think you could be happy with this person. And if it's someone you were in a connection with, then you may have left that connection, broken your vows, right? And you're hoping to heal it. So it could be either or, okay. It could be either of those two things. But if it's someone you've already been with, then, as I said, this is the third attempt to come around, okay. And if that's the case, I mean, I don't know, but you got to ask yourself, if it didn't work twice, you know, would it work the third time, right? With this Hierophant reversed, if this is you, if it didn't work in the past, I mean, or whoever this person is, no, but this person's coming up as a Queen of Coins, okay? So they're not the ones who would likely go with this Hierophant reversed energy. Yeah, I don't know, if you couldn't commit to this person in the past, Aries, you need to, you know, consider whether it would really work again. But if this is someone new, then yes, I think you see a chance for happiness with this person, okay? And I think you're just waiting then to commit to them, okay? That's what I'm getting, because we do have the Page of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. So, okay, so that's you, Aries. Let's move on to Taurus. New moon in Pisces. What is the energy for Taurus? What's the message here for Taurus? New moon in Pisces. Message for Taurus. Got the Black Cat and the Bat. Okay, now the Black Cat is very much manifestation energy, right? It's very witchy. And it's about a curious journey. So it's like taking a chance, taking a leap into something. With the bat, it's about being independent. Oh yeah, we got the witch beneath that. So it's about manifestation, manifesting independence. Okay, and maybe that's like something new. Taurus, okay, because you are a traditional sort, right? And this could be new for you. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the black cat. Why is that there for Taurus? Eight of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Tower. Yeah, so the Four of Wands. So some of you already have this energy of the Four of Wands, right? You have the Ten of Coins, and you're thinking of leaving it behind. It's a shock, okay, with the Tower, because it's very unexpected. It's not you, Taurus, okay? You're very stable, you're like there, and but now some of you are thinking of, you're curious about leaving this, you know, and going off in another direction. Okay, let's see. Where's the Eight of Cups there for Taurus? The Moon. And we've got this new moon. So, you know what? It could be that there are things that are coming up, maybe opportunities or emotions, right? That's making you feel like you want to leave this. Let's look at the Ten of Coins, Two of Swords. Yeah, you're not entirely clear though. And I think now is not the time to make a decision, because you can see the eyes are closed, right? There's a need to not make a decision now. Let's look at the Tower. Three of Swords. Gosh, yeah. It could hurt people, okay, especially if you're leaving the home. If it's a relationship, I mean, it's definitely going to devastate your spouse. Let's look at this Eight of Cups again. Or let's look at the black cat. What are you curious about? Where's the black cat there for Taurus? The Fool. See, you're thinking of just going off and doing something a little reckless, okay? But I'd be careful here, because you don't know what you're walking into with the moon. It's not clear what you're leaving. You already have something stable here, right? But what you're walking towards, that's unclear, okay? With the Two of Swords as well, you don't have all the facts. So I would urge caution at this time, okay, Taurus? You don't have the facts. You don't see the way. So if it's a job especially, you could be lured by the idea of something that sounds good, but you know, it could be like something that is just appealing to your emotions as well. Like someone could be telling you, just as an example, that you know you could lead a team, or you'd have autonomy or something like that, but the actual detail of it is unclear, okay? There's things you don't see here. And if it's a relationship as well, be very careful, because you're leaving something that is really stable and you don't have the facts here, okay? That's what I'm getting. And this could hurt people, you know. So yeah, you need to be a bit cautious here, okay? Make sure that you don't shoot yourself in the foot by sabotaging something that is pretty stable for something that you really don't know much about, okay? That's what I've got for you, Taurus. Let's move on to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, what is the new moon in Pisces? Message for Gemini. Message for Gemini. New moon in Pisces. What's the message here for Gemini? What, new moon in Pisces. Message for Gemini. Oh, I've got two, but I'm just going to take this rooted. Okay. So it's about putting down roots, right? Gives me almost a Four of Wands kind of energy, okay? And it says, may you never tear the living ritual that is magic, merged within the roots of your being, the soil of your soul. So it's about staying connected and rooted to things that have some sort of deep meaning for you, Gemini. Okay, we do have the elements here. And it says true harmony awaits you, which is giving me like a temperance, and there's transformation beneath that. So be careful that you don't rush to change a situation that is working well for you. Okay, that's what I'm getting there. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's Sort of Hierophant and the Eight of Cups. Okay, message for Gemini. Where is rooted there for Gemini? Page of Swords, Four of Wands in the reverse, and one more. the moon with the Hanged Man. Yeah, I think there's a need to see things differently here. Um, there are things to be learned with this Page of Swords, right? With this Four of Wands in the reverse. I mean, that's what I mean. You know, if you were to uproot yourself, and it could be as simple as leaving a home, okay, a community that you've been happy in, in order to see what else is out there. Okay, so be careful of that. With this moon again, just like Taurus, it's there's things that are murky and unknown here. Okay, we've got the Hanged Man, so you might see things differently. Now the Hanged Man is ruled by Neptune, which rules Pisces. That's a Pisces card. So with the moon here and the Hanged Man, I feel like any move made now will be something that you come to see differently. Okay, and there's a need to really see with the Page of Swords the truth, learn the truth. Okay, let's look at this Page of Swords. There's a Page of Swords there for Gemini. There's a Page of Swords there for Gemini. Knight of Swords. There's a Page of Swords there for Gemini, and the Tower. Yeah, learn the truth, okay, before you say something or do something that could completely, upend things, disrupt stuff. Let's look at the Four of Wands reversed. Yeah, the Queen of Cups, and one more. Five of Swords. Now, if you're the feminine, you could be conflicted about this home life. You could be ready to leave it, okay? Be careful about that. Let's look at the moon. Eight of Swords, and one more. Judgment. Some of you could be feeling like you're trapped in a home, okay? You could be feeling emotional at this time, and I don't mean actually trapped, but like maybe you feel like, okay, you don't want to be there anymore, and you feel stuck there, something like that. Be careful you don't sabotage things, okay? Because you could say something that you can't take back. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Let's look at that Tower. Let's look at the Tower. Why is the Tower there for Gemini? Justice. Yeah, some of you could be like I'm just instinctively getting like some of you could be saying you want a divorce, okay, all of a sudden, because you feel stuck, trapped, and you're emotional. You're not seeing things the same. You're not seeing things clearly, and with this Five of Swords, you could shoot yourself in the foot here, okay? Some of you could wind up losing a home, something that, has kept you very rooted, very, that's been stable. Yeah, the Hermit. It's about really focusing on, being introspective as well, okay, to see what you want, to learn the truth. You can find the answers within. That's what I'm getting. This Page of Swords, it's not external, okay? I think you, Gemini, if you reflect truly and go within and see truly what it is you want, you may realize that this is temporary, okay? Yeah, because I feel like you could feel differently about the situation later, okay? And it may be too, you could have just shot yourself in the foot then. Let's look at this Judgment. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. Some of you could be looking for payouts, selling a home, okay? And if it's just as simple as selling a home, then really think about whether you want to do this, okay, before you rush to sell it, okay? Because I feel with rooted, you've got deep ties there, and it's something that has nurtured you, a place or whatever, and maybe you shouldn't rush to leave, okay? That's what I'm getting. So that's Gemini. Let's move on to Cancer. Okay, Cancer. New moon in Pisces. What's the message here for Cancer? What's the message? New moon in Pisces. What's the message for Cancer? Message for Cancer. Voices. And we've got the underworld. Gosh, okay. So people could be talking, okay, with these voices. This could even be your intuition, Cancer, because you're intuitive. Okay, for some of you, this is other people, and for others, it's your own intuition. With this underworld, you could be sensing that something is approaching. that a change is coming. It says, hand over your known, a shift is near, right? Take a leap, your journey is clear. So there's a shift coming, and I think you can feel it, okay? And we got the moon here again. Cancer, you're ruled by the moon, so it could be that you can sense that something is approaching. Let's see. Message for Cancer. I think if your gut is telling you something at this time, you really need to listen to it. Okay. Wise voices there for Cancer. 6 of Wands, 5 of Swords, and the King of Spears with the 3 of Wands. So when it comes to the future, how you see your future, I think you can sense this underworld energy. Okay, with the 6 of Spears and the 5 of Swords, it feels like, the 6 of Spears is voices. The 6 of Spears is also about how you're seeing. These voices could be telling you things, okay, that are conflicting you. That's if it's not your own intuition, okay? I don't think your intuition will lead you astray. This is if it's other people. You could be getting conflicted about what to do, what action to take, okay? Let's see. Why is the 6 of Spears there for Cancer? Why is the 6 of Spears here for Cancer? 4 of Pentacles. Yeah. They could be asking you to hold back. We got the Chariot here, right? From moving towards a goal. Okay, these voices could be trying to restrain you if it's other people. Let's look at that 5 of Swords. Yeah, 4 of Swords. They could be telling you to stop, take a time out with that 4 of Swords and think about things, okay? And let's look at this King of Spears. 10 of Pentacles reversed here. I think you want to upend a situation, okay, that could be affecting these people in some way, or they know people who are affected by this, something like this, okay? Like, let's say you want to leave a relationship. These people could be mutual friends, and they're telling you to take a time out here, and that's when you already have a path. I think you know that this shift is coming, okay? You want to go towards it, but they're telling you to hold back. Yeah, with the World, hold back, like don't finish the cycle out, okay? Let's look at that 6 of Spears again. Yeah, 3 of Cups reversed. Hold back. Don't. So Cancer, I'm getting that some of you, now if it's not you, it's someone coming towards you, but someone wants to take action to end a situation, right? Maybe they're leaving family. They may wish to reconnect with someone else, and other people are telling them to hold back from doing this, okay? Don't reconnect with that person. Something like this. I'm just noticing how this 3 of Cups reversed, and then we've got these 3 voices here. Could be 3 friends, okay? But they're sowing confusion with the 7 of Cups. I think you already knew the path you wanted to go, and then these people are like talking in your ear, sowing confusion. Let's look at that voices. Yeah, the Empress. Where's the voices there? 3 of Pentacles reversed. See, I think they're telling you, don't do this. Don't work with this person who's an Empress energy, okay? So, yeah, these voices, if they're other people, they are not helpful, okay? If it's your own intuition, that's helpful. But if it's these other people, and I think for many of you, it's other people, could be friends, that's not helpful, because they're trying to stop you from going towards what you truly desire by throwing all this confusion and doubt and fear. They're sort of muddying the waters here. But you know the way intuitively, okay? You know that you want to end this and move forward, and don't let these people stop you, okay? Yeah, with the Hermit, at the bottom of the deck, it's about being, the Hermit is a loner. The Hermit doesn't listen to other people, right? The Hermit is focused on what he or she wants. So it's about being focused on what you want and not letting these people sidetrack you, okay? They could be friends, because I do get an energy of like friends or co-workers or whatever trying to stop you. And maybe they think it's in your best interest, but they don't truly know, right, what it is you want. Okay, that's what I'm getting. So yeah, if you know that the shift is coming and your intuition is telling you it's time to end this, then just go for it. Okay, don't listen to these other people. So that is Cancer. And let's move on to Leo. Leo, what's the new moon in Pisces bringing up for you guys, Leo? Ooh, seduction fell out. Okay, I'm just going to take that. That was the one on the top. And we've got Frog, which is all about fertility and emotion. Wow, Leo, okay. So it looks like it's going to be a spicy time for Leos. Okay, ooh, okay. Let's see, what's the message here for Leo? What is the message for Leo? Why is seduction there for Leo? Oh gosh, these all flipped out. I'm just going to put them back. What is the message here for Leo? Why is seduction there for Leo? Why is seduction there? Six of Wands, Empress, Ace of Pentacles, with the Five of Swords. Okay. It's interesting because Cancer had those people, three people, trying to stop them. And there's three people on this card with this seduction. Okay. Okay, that's just interesting. I feel like some of you see a future with this Empress energy, okay, and this Ace of Coins, right? There's a new life, a new path, a new job, a new relationship, whatever. With the Six of Wands reversed, it's about other people expecting you to turn your back to this, okay? That's what I'm getting, and it's leaving you conflicted, and it feels like it's following on from the Cancer read, okay? So if you're dealing with a Cancer, or you're on the cusp, or you've got Cancer strongly in your chart, check that out. But yeah, there's an energy of, with the seduction, I mean, it may not be an actual seduction, okay? It could be people who are appealing to you in such a way that they are getting you to turn away from this Empress energy. Let's look. Well, let's just look at the seduction. What is this about for Leo? Why is seduction there? Tower and Justice. With the Eight of Swords. See, they want to keep you trapped and stuck with this Eight of Swords. We've got the Five of Swords. Again, it's just like Cancer. It's where these people are hoping to keep you stuck, okay? You want to do something. You want to right a situation with this Justice. With the Tower, it is a sudden shock, okay? And they want you to turn your back on this Empress energy. Let's look at the Six of Spears. Yeah, King of Wands. This is you, Leo, okay? This is how they want you to act according to the way they all see you, okay? Maybe they don't see you with this Empress. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, you know? Like, cool your jets, right? Cool your jets. Just do this, you know? Like, keep doing whatever we want you to do. Let's look at the Empress, Knight of Swords, and one more. Seven of Wands. You're determined to approach this Empress to have, and the Empress could be a job, right? Whatever. But these people are trying to keep you trapped, keeping you stuck, trying to muddy the waters, really. Let's look at this Ace of Coins. Yeah, Seven of Swords. You know, they're not being honest here. Yeah, and so I think, Leo, I think you kind of have to keep this on the down low, okay? Moving towards this, you need to not be vocal. You need to be quite strategic and quiet here, because yeah, these other people are trying to sow confusion in your mind, you know, trying to muddy the waters and trying to get you to do what they want, what they think you should do. Okay, with the Six of Spears, it's like doing what needs, you know, what they want, okay? And it's leaving you conflicted because that's not what you want. Now let's look at the Frog. Yeah, the Star and the Temperance. Wow, look, this is the underlying energy. Temperance and the Star. Oh gosh, I shouldn't have shown the Star. I hope, because YouTube doesn't like to see Nudity. I hope that's not visible. Anyway, yeah, so it's Temperance and the Star, and that's what's waiting for you with this frog energy. There's something amazing, and it's about going towards it, and these people trying to seduce you away from it. Okay, so be careful here. As I said, a seduction is not just like a sexual, it could be an emotional seduction, you know, trying to tell you to stick with the known, trying to yeah, they're muddying the waters here, and so you need to be very strategic and quiet. Let's look at the Seven of Swords. Yeah, when you end that situation, you know, let it sneak up on these people. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, with the Six of Wands, you know, let them. They might see you as betraying them or going against them, but it's good for you ultimately. Okay, this new thing is good for you, this new opportunity, and don't let these people stop you. Okay, that's what I've got for you. And let's move on to Virgo. Okay, so Virgo, what is the message here for Virgo? New moon in Pisces. What's the message for Virgo? Mischief. Okay, and we've got candle magic. So someone's doing something. Okay, candle magic. It says, speak your breath into its velvet, recite along its spine all that you desire, all that which will unravel. So people, or this could be you, Virgo, but there's mischief here, and I see many people here, and I see many people around this candle magic. So it could be other people who are trying to unravel something, okay? Trying to stop you maybe from doing something with this mischief energy. Okay, so be careful about that. Watch out for people who don't wish you too well, okay? And sometimes they're people who genuinely think they're doing the right thing for you, okay? And yeah, I don't know, those are the more tedious ones, right? Because they're so convinced they're doing what's right for you. Okay, let's look at mischief. Why is that there for Virgo? Page of Cups, Three of Cups, Four of Swords, and we got the Five of Swords. So yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you may want to heal a situation, Virgo. You may want to reunite with someone, okay? Making an offer maybe. But I feel like there's mischief here, okay? There's people who are actively trying to, I don't know, maybe get in the way of this. Let's see. Let's look at candle magic. Why is that there for Virgo? Yeah, the Hierophant and the Sun. They want to make something happen, which is very traditional here, Virgo, okay? With the Nine of Wands, you know, keep you hanging on to something. Let's look at mischief, justice, and one more. Knight of Cups, yeah. It has to do around possibly some kind of commitment, okay? These people are trying to manifest a commitment. Maybe the mischief is because, well, let's look at the mischief again. Where's the mischief there for Virgo? Ooh, the World. Yeah, so I think some of you want to complete out a cycle maybe, okay? And these people are trying to keep you holding, you know, keeping you there. So it could even be a job that you wish to leave, and there's some co-workers who are trying to keep you there, okay? I mean, yeah, it's not in your best interest though with mischief there. It's not in your best interest. Let's look at the Page of Cups. Yeah, Eight of Cups, Three of Wands, you know. You expect to move away, okay? Oh, and I'm also getting, for some of you, these mischief makers are offering a cup here, okay? They could be friends, again, offering up a cup, co-workers, friends, with the Four of Swords, offering to heal a situation, work on things that haven't worked in your connection with them. But it's to keep you there, okay? Because they expect that you're going to walk away, that you're going to leave. So especially if it's a job, I'm seeing these co-workers are trying to keep you there. They could be making some kind of offer with this Page of Cups, like a small promotion, okay, or a small increase in responsibilities or whatever. It's something small, but it's because they see that you're getting ready to leave. It's very clear to them, okay, what's going on. Let's look at the Three of Cups. The Hermit and the Five of Swords. Yeah, they're trying to confuse you, Virgo. They want to... This offer is coming from these people in order to confuse you. Let's look at the Four of Swords. Nine of Swords. These people are anxious that you're going to leave, you know. Yeah. They've heard something that is quite stressful, okay. And for some of you, they could be saying things to you that are there to cause stress as well, okay. Hoping to heal it by... Yeah, with this Five of Cups, you know, maybe saying things like you might regret leaving this job, you know, it's really tough out there, lots of people don't have jobs, you know, all, I don't know exactly what, but there's something like this, okay, and it's, the idea is to confuse you. And if it's a relationship, then again, they don't want you to leave, okay. For example, maybe this is the person you're trying to leave and their friends, okay, who are working together. Yeah, the bottom line is these people are trying to confuse you. I think it's very similar to Cancer and Leo, okay. So I don't know, you could be having those energies, these people could be having those energies. Let's look at the Hermit. Yeah, see, holding back with the Ace of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, you know, holding back from going off in another direction with the Fool. Yeah, these people are trying to stop you, okay. Why is the Five of Swords there? Yeah, the Star. I mean, I can't show the Star again. I'm going to put it under this. But they want to confuse you about another path. Okay, something you really want to go towards. They know you're getting ready to leave. And they're trying to like muddy the waters here. Okay. Well, I mean, you know, see these people clearly. Okay, with the Hierophant and the Sun. If it's a job, there's a need to see these people clearly. And if it's a commitment, I think you already see clearly that this is not working out, Virgo. You know, like maybe, yeah, I don't know, you could be in a relationship which is not working out, okay, with a Taurus or a Leo. Let's look at Candle Magic again. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. You know, I think that's the thing. For some of you, this is at work. And for others, if it's a relationship, this person who you want to leave is getting friends, family, you know, involved with the idea to stop you. Okay, that's basically it. Okay, but you know what? Whatever you want to go towards, I think is good for you. And they're just trying to stop you from doing that. Okay. Okay, so see it for the mischief that it is. Okay, that's what I'm getting. You need to see these people clearly. Okay. Let's look at who's next. Libra. New moon in Pisces. What's the message here for Libra? Message for Libra. We've got transformation and voices. Okay. So there's change coming, Libra. It's deep seated as well. Okay, you could be changing. You know, your emotions could be undergoing a change. And then there's voices here. Okay. Maybe people are speaking to you. I don't know if these voices are bringing about this change. Let's see. Maybe you're hearing things that are bringing about a change. Okay. Maybe you've heard something. Yeah, let's look at it. Why is transformation there for Libra? Three of Swords. The Devil. And Seven of Swords with Judgment. Yeah, there's a realization here, Libra, of deception. Okay. It's also about making, with judgment, having a realization, making a call, right? Bringing change maybe to a dynamic. Maybe you're afraid with the Devil, you know, of this energy of Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords. It's like being seen maybe to be doing something deceptive or hurting people. Okay, like let's look at transformation. Why is that there for Libra? Oh, it's too many. It's about 5 of them. Okay, let's take... Why is transformation there for Libra? King of Wands. Okay. Let's look at voices. Why is that there? Eight of Wands. Yeah, when it comes to moving forward towards a tower, right? These people could be, or these people could be saying something, okay, that's causing you to move towards a tower. Let's look at transformation again. Ten of Pentacles reversed and the Magician. Yeah. So again, you're trying to upend a structure. You could be hearing something that is, making you move towards a tower. Let's look at the tower. What's that there? The Lovers. Yeah, you could be choosing to do something different here. Now let's look at this Devil. Why is Devil there for Libra? Ace of Swords. Yeah, you're afraid of the truth. Hierophant. Yeah, you know the truth of a commitment maybe. Okay, maybe it's very toxic. And you want to leave it. Okay, that's what's happening. I think, yeah, you could be hearing something that is a shock to you. Okay. With Judgment, you're suddenly becoming aware. And with Nine of Spears beneath that, it's about situations that you have hung on to, right? But now there's like a wellspring of emotion, and you recognize that it's time to upend the structure, okay, and move on. You know the truth of this thing, whatever it is, job or person or commitment or whatever, and you recognize it for the Devil energy, that it's codependent or it's toxic, it's not healthy. Let's look at that Three of Swords. Yeah, justice, and so you're doing what's right for you, even if it hurts other people. Let's look at that Seven of Swords. Yeah, you're at a crossroads, Libra, and there's a need with the Seven of Swords to be strategic here, okay? Be strategic. That's what I'm getting. Let's look at that Seven of Swords. Yeah, the World. Okay, so as you close this out, it's about being discreet, okay? Yeah, be discreet. You know the truth of this organization, it's toxic. It could be a commitment, right? Whatever. And you know now, these emotions are just rising up, and you recognize that this needs to end. Okay, well, be discreet. You are being urged to end it, but with the Seven of Swords, it's about not sharing that with everybody. Okay, yeah, that's what I got for you. Okay, so be discreet, Libra. Okay, let's move on to Scorpio. New moon in Pisces. What's the message here for Scorpio? New moon in Pisces. What's the message for Scorpio? Got grief and silence. Okay. So Scorpio, some of you are grieving something. Okay. Something that was lost. In the red clovers, birthing lost illusion. It sounds like you're grieving over something that wasn't even real. Okay. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. With silence, there is emptiness here, okay, and it says a presence of self fully embodied. So it's like you're just focused on yourself now. Some of you are tied to grief. Maybe you're not, you're just sort of being by yourself. Okay, let's see. Something of this sort. Okay, let's look at Scorpio. What's the message for Scorpio? Why is grief there for Scorpio? Why is grief here for Scorpio? The Sun. Seven of Wands. And the King of Cups with the Knight of Cups. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it's about the past. Okay, we got the Knight of Cups here. We got the Six of Cups here. So there's someone from the past, Scorpio, that you're missing. Light is being shed on this past situation, right? With the Seven of Spears, it's possible that you resisted this person or you pushed them away. You fought your feelings for this person with the King of Cups, okay? And now it's like with silence, you're forced to sit there and miss them, okay? Maybe feelings you denied are coming up, you know. Let's look at the sun. Yeah, the Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords. So you could have said something here, Scorpio, that sabotages this connection, okay? Let's look at the Seven of Spears. Yeah, the Ace of Swords and the Hierophant. You know, you pushed this person away, okay? And it was because you felt you were doing the right thing at the time. You know, you acted based on some sort of knowledge that you'd received. Let's look at the King of Cups, the Chariot, and one more. The Hermit. Yeah, I think you're very... You turned your back on this person, okay? Maybe a Cancer, I don't know. We've got Cancer, Taurus, right? We've got Leo. So, yeah, and Virgo. So you turned your back on this person, you know, with this Hermit energy. That's the loner sitting here in silence, right? This is behind you, okay? So there was an opportunity here with that pumpkin. It's behind you. You can see how she's not even looking at it. You resisted this and now you're grieving it. That's what I'm getting, okay? So this is someone you pushed away. Let's look at grief. Yeah, the King of Pentacles, you know. For some of you, this could be a spouse that you pushed away. Ace of Wands, yeah. I think you are grieving the fact that this could have been a great opportunity for you, okay? Yeah, with the Six of Cups, you missed this person from the past. That's what I'm getting, and you're very focused on that. You said something that ended this connection. Let's look at that Knight of Swords. The Lovers and the Page of Cups. I'm just going to cover this Lovers card. You know what? You may have even told this person that you have other choices, or you could have friend zoned them. I don't know what you did here. Let's look at the Five of Swords. Yeah. You sabotage yourself by ending things with this person from the past. That's what I'm getting. With the King of Swords, you decided to leave this, let this person go, okay? You ended it. Now you're sitting there focused on this past person and really grieving this. Let's look at silence. Now, there could be silence. You're probably not talking to this person now. Let's look at silence. Yeah, the Tower. This has come as a shock to you, Scorpio. Yeah, the Sun. Suddenly things have become clear to you, okay? Suddenly it's clear to you that you sabotage this connection. I'm not sure why you... Yeah, with the Four of Cups, you fought your feelings and you rejected this person, maybe even very publicly with the Sun, okay? Yeah, you could have done something that was a public, you know, public rejection of this person. Like friend zone them publicly, something like that. Let's look at the Ace of Swords. Yeah, Death reversed and Judgment. And now you feel that it's too late to go back and change things with this person, you know, although you really want to try. But we do have the King of Wands now at the bottom of the deck. So, Scorpio, it's about taking action. If you feel you've wronged this person and you know, you regret that and you're grieving the loss of this connection, I think you are being urged to take some kind of action here, okay? To go towards this person, you know. Let's look at the Chariot. Why is the Chariot there for Scorpio? Yeah, Seven of Swords. You know, you moved on. You denied your feelings. That's what I'm getting there. Let's look at the Hermit. Ten of Cups, Three of Swords, Four of Swords. I think you moved away from this person. For some of you, maybe, you know, you focused on family instead, okay? You moved away from this person, but in doing so, you kind of cheated yourself with the Seven of Swords, because you did have feelings for this person, but you seem to have denied them, okay? And now you're sitting in silence, grieving this person. Well, I think you know, maybe you should try reaching out, right? Because nothing's going to change if you just sit there and miss them, okay? Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Scorpio. Let's move on to Sagittarius. New moon in Pisces. What's the message here for Sag? So we got Sag, then we got Capricorn and Aquarius. Okay. New moon in Pisces. Message for Sagittarius. What's the message here for Sagittarius? Intuition and haunted. Ooh, okay. You hold the answers, you know the truths. Yeah, that's true, Sag, you do. Okay. And with haunted, the breaking of the flow, there's something that is, someone could be haunted, okay, whether it's you or someone else, okay. Haunted maybe because they didn't listen to their intuition, okay, when they should have. But there's something weighing on someone, okay. Now let's see. What is the message for Sagittarius? Why is intuition there for Sagittarius? Ace of Cups, Six of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, with the Tower. You know, that's the thing. I think somebody here is haunted, okay? Could be you, could be someone else. They moved on from this opportunity, the Ace of Cups. They moved towards something that they thought was stable, could be family, right? And they're haunted by that with the Tower, right? They've had a realization. Yeah, it's this Emperor energy, okay? Has had a realization about this. They made a mistake, okay? Something like that. Let's look at intuition. Page of Swords. Yeah, they've since learned. Maybe they didn't listen to their intuition. That's the thing. Okay, maybe the intuition was trying to tell them not to do this, and they ignored it. Let's look at haunted. Six of Cups. Yeah, this is someone who misses you, or you miss someone. Let's look at haunted. Yeah, it's a Tower. Okay, they've had a shock, a sudden realization that they should have listened to their intuition. Okay. That this Ace of Cups opportunity would actually have been very good for them. It would have taken them to this Ten of Coins. That's what I'm getting. Okay, but they didn't pursue it. They moved on from it. So if it's a job, it's something that they regret, right? Because it could have led to something great. And same if it's a relationship. Let's look at the Ace of Cups. Knight of Coins. Yeah, for some of you, it could be at work. Okay, let's look at the Six of Swords. We've got the Lovers, and let me get one more. What is this? Queen of Swords reversed. Yeah, so that's the thing. This person didn't see the truth of this choice. They could have chosen someone else. Okay, and they moved on. And with the Hangman, they are seeing things differently. Okay, they've had a wake-up call. They now see that what this opportunity could have led to something, you know, like really great. Let's look at the Ten of Coins. Yeah, Ten of Wands reversed, you know, would have been an end to all their worries, even financial. Okay. Yeah, and they rejected that. Okay. So they're very burdened by the fact that they let this go. Okay. That they turned this opportunity down. This person is very burdened by this. Let's look at the Tower. Yeah, Six of Coins, you know. They could be wanting to come towards you suddenly, start again if it's a relationship, okay? If it's a relationship, I don't know. Be a little careful because with this Queen of Swords reversed, this person didn't see the truth, okay? And the truth was that you provided stability. But, well, I don't know. I mean, is that a good reason to take this person back? Let's see. Let's look at that intuition again. Yeah. See, instead of listening to their intuition, they could have held back, okay, because they didn't expect this maybe to go to the Ten of Coins or something like that. This person didn't think it was going to be as financially successful, okay, this opportunity with you. And now they've had a rethink. Yeah. And now they're trying to manifest coming towards you. This person may be, you know, there's Aquarius energy here, could be an Aquarius, but there's someone who is trying to manifest this, but I'm getting an energy of being a bit cautious here, okay? Why is that Magician there? Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Some of you, this person is coming because they want a spouse who is financially stable, and they see you, a spouse or a partner who's stable, and it's something they didn't see about you before. Let's look at the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. You know, they didn't see this before. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. That if they'd come towards you, this could have gone you know, gone the distance with the 10 of coins. Okay, that's something this person didn't see. Let's look at the Lovers. 9 of Swords. And now there's anxiety over a choice that they made. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's up to you. Let's look at that Tower. Yeah, Strength. I think, you know, for some of you, you may need to hold back if this person suddenly comes out of the blue, wanting a new shot with you, okay? Because I think this person, I'm getting an energy of this person didn't expect you to be so financially stable, okay? And so they chose someone else. And now that that's not working out for them, they're sort of coming back, okay? So yeah, be aware, because they are very burdened by this lack of stability. It's possible they, you know, like maybe they have debt or something, and yeah, I'd be cautious here, okay? Just take it slow and be very cautious. Okay, so that's that with Sag. Let's move on to Capricorn. Okay, new moon in Pisces. What's the message for Capricorn? What's the message here for Capricorn? What's the message for Capricorn? Ritual. And we got pumpkin. Yeah, someone's trying to make something happen here, Capricorn. You know, with ritual, really working on it. It says a ritual of dedication to self and those whose gazes hold fire. Okay. With pumpkin, there's a new opportunity here. Okay. Okay. Pumpkins are all about abundance and harvest, right? So there's somebody's trying to make something happen. Okay. Capricorn. What's the message for Capricorn? And it says, wild creatures linked by the very blood you will spill into your craft. It's possible someone's trying to incorporate other people as well into doing this, okay? There's ritual there for Capricorn. The Hermit. The Sun. And the Three of Wands with the Empress, okay? Someone wants a new beginning here, okay? This Hermit energy wants a new beginning. They're very focused on this, okay? But I almost feel like they're turned away from the sun. They're not looking at the sun. They're focused on their star, which is the Empress. And I feel like the sun is the energy of other people around them who can all see what this person is hoping to achieve with this Three of Spears. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Why is ritual there for Capricorn? Death. Okay. And the Seven of Wands. Okay, so someone's fighting an ending, okay? And they're roping other people into it. And I think it's not this Hermit. He's focused on the energy, on what he wants. Let's look at the Hermit. Ace of Swords and the Hierophant. And one more. The World. Okay, yeah. Actually, the Hermit was focused on the ending. The Hermit is focused on his own truth as well. Let's look at the Ace of Swords. Yeah, Judgment. This Hermit has had a recognition of what is true for them, and they're seeking an ending, maybe to a commitment. Okay, now let's look at the Sun, the Moon. See, people around them can see what this person is not revealing. Two of Cups, Three of Cups, yeah. You know, the fact that they want to reconcile with someone from someone that they love, someone that they miss, okay? It's clear to other people. Could be this Empress, right? Let's look at the Three of Spears. Ace of Wands. Yeah, they're expecting this person to try to reignite the spark there. And to move on, you know. They expect this person to move quite quickly, okay? Because they can see that they're sort of obsessed with this energy of the devil and the 8 of coins, like really obsessively thinking about this, how can they do this, working on it. And there's fear that this person is working on making this happen. Now let's look at death. Why is death there? Or what connects death with the 7 of Wands? Yeah. 5 of Swords, 4 of Wands, and the Empress. So it feels like people around this Hermit are energy. Now that could be you, Scorpio. Not Scorpio. Capricorn. Okay. Or some of you could be, you could be dealing with a Scorpio. But some of you could be this Hermit energy focused on ending something. And you're not aware that these other people are actively trying to get in the way. Because they feel some kind of way about this person going towards this Empress. Okay, let's look at that 5 of Swords. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe they just don't like change, right? Like this Empress energy represents something new that this person wants to go towards, and these other people don't like that. Okay, they want to keep this person stuck in what's known. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting. Let's look at the Moon. Yeah, the Emperor. This Hermit is going to take charge. This Emperor works alone. The Emperor is not the one who's got these other people working. Okay, I feel it's someone that they won't leave. Because the Emperor works alone, and with that Moon, the Emperor is working behind the scenes. But other people are expecting this to happen. Okay, they kind of seem to know what this Hermit person or energy is focused on. They can see that change is coming, right? And they're trying to resist it with that 7 of Wands. Okay, they're trying to resist this. Yeah, they're very afraid that this person's going to walk away. It's filling them with a lot of fear. Yeah, so I don't know. That's come up quite a bit in the readings, right? Quite a few signs have had this energy of people trying to stop or stand in the way. Okay. And I guess it makes sense because Pisces is ruled by Neptune, right? Which is a very dreamy energy. Neptune throws out illusions, right? So maybe it makes sense that new beginnings would be clouded at this time with the illusion, okay? And that other people could be throwing illusions around something new that you want to do at this time, okay? So that's what I've got here. So if you're the Hermit person in the Hermit energy, Capricorn, then just be aware that other people are aware of what's going on. They expect you to walk away, and they are trying to manifest some kind of like a block. Okay, I'm just seeing all these lights, almost like a defensive thing, like to keep you there. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, let's look at that Empress. Yeah, Ace of Cups and the 7 of Cups. See, throwing up confusion about this Ace of Cups opportunity so that you leave it behind. Okay, that's what I'm getting, and that came through for quite a few signs. So yeah, it might apply to quite a few of you. Okay, so be careful, Capricorn, if you're the one that wants to leave. There are people who are actively involved in trying to stop you. Okay, so that's Capricorn. Let's look at Aquarius. And that's the last one. New Moon in Pisces. Message here for Aquarius. What's the message? What's the message for Aquarius? Crystals and herbs, and we've got altar. Yeah. Crystals and herbs is all about healing, right? It said, oh, what medicine, what sacredness to behold. A dash of healing straight from mother's home. So it's sort of about making things work. With this altar, it is about worshipping the wrong things though, okay? The altar material stuff. Because it says a worship skin deep, right? That's not very deep. So someone could be trying to fix the situation, okay? That has to do with material things. Like it's not for emotional reasons, okay? Let's see. Aquarius, what is the message here for Aquarius? What is the message for Aquarius? And you know what, Aquarius, at this new moon time, make sure you're manifesting from a place of emotion, okay? Pisces is a water sign. Manifest from emotion rather than what you think is practical or material. Okay, let's look at wise crystals and herbs there for Aquarius. Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, the Chariot, and one more. What is this? The Star. Wow, very big energies here with the Six of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. Now this is a fated change. Okay, Aquarius, this is fated. This is fated movement towards a goal. Okay. Okay, and it's interesting, right? Because the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy. The Chariot is Cancer. Jupiter is in Cancer right now. Okay, and here you are with the Aquarius energy of the Star. Okay. Okay. So for some of you, there could be a return to someone from your past and you're trying to fix things. That altar is a little concerning. Let's look at that crystals and herbs. What is up there? Yeah, 8 of Coins. You know, there's a lot of emphasis on trying to fix things. Okay. Let's look at the Wheel of Fortune. What is up there? Ooh, the Lovers. I'm just going to put that there. Yeah, so there's a choice here, and it feels like you want to turn things in your favor. Aquarius, with the Hierophant, you know, it's about committing to a choice. Why is the Chariot there? Knight of Pentacles, yeah. That's interesting, isn't it? Because the Chariot is fast movement. Knight of Pentacles is famously very slow movement. So it's about changing this dynamic and now going for what it is you want, okay? Whereas in the past you may have been dragging your heels. Yeah, the Magician and the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe you were... for some of you, you could have been manipulated into going slow on something, okay? Like not going towards something. Let's look at the Wheel of Fortune again. Yeah, 3 of Wands and the Lovers, yeah. See, you know you have to make this choice. It's fated. Some of you have been made, so maybe, you know, maybe, I don't know, with the Magician, it could even be other people, or it could be the universe that slowed you. Let's look at the Magician, 8 of Wands. Yeah, now it's about manifesting very quick movement towards something that was slowed down, okay? Let's look at the Star, 4 of Cups. See, this was, with the 4 of Cups, this was ignored in the past, okay, this goal. 2 of Swords. Yeah, because you couldn't see the truth here, okay? And so this was ignored. And now you're at a crossroads. And if it's not you, as I said, it could be someone else, okay, approaching you. You'll know. But whoever this energy is, this person's at a crossroads. And now they want to make another choice, okay? Something they think is going to be better for them. Something that they kind of brought to a halt in the past. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. See, it feels like it's like putting a brake on something, okay, and then redirecting away. Okay, let's look at the 2 of Swords. 6 of Coins. Yeah, I think, you know what, Aquarius, if this is you, you didn't see that this would be great for you with the 6 of Pentacles. You couldn't see that, and so you rejected this, okay? And now I feel you want to change it. But let's look at this altar. Oh gosh, that's a lot. That's too many. Let me thingy it again. Why is the altar there for Aquarius? 5 of Swords, 4 of Wands, and one more. Ooh. Got 2, Death and 8 of Cups. Okay, so I'm getting that, yeah. You know, now there are mixed feelings about this, okay? It could be a relationship that ended. You walked away from it, right? Because there was another choice. So, yeah, I don't know. Either other people made you do this, influenced you, right? To put a break on that relationship and move quickly in another direction with this Knight of Wands and the 8 of Wands. It was like fast movement away. And now you regret this, okay? You recognize that this would have been good for you. But just be careful, as I said, with this altar, that you are not devoted to winning this person back, or going back to this job or whatever. because you want to prove a point to people, okay? With that Five of Swords, it feels like maybe trying to prove a point, right? Because you were forced to end something and walk away from something you recognize would have been good for you. Make sure you're not doing it to prove a point, okay? Like to show people with the Six of Wands, you know. That's what I'm getting. That could be the altar, like the false devotion, right? Like you're not really want to be with this person, but you kind of want to show people, okay? Or be with this job, but you want to show people that you can get it back, or you can get back with this person, or something like that. Make sure that whatever you manifest now around the time of the new moon is coming from a very heart-centered emotional space and not from ego, okay? So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. And with that, we finished everyone, right? Because we started with Pisces, yeah. So I do hope you enjoyed this new moon in Pisces video, and please do hit like, share, and subscribe. Try to spread it as much as you can, okay? And do tell me in the comments if anything resonates. I would love to hear from you, and I'll see you next time. Adios.